Okay. Cool. Tracy, do the clicking thing that you were doing.
6,000 meters. Depending on the exact type of projectile, it could penetrate up to 8 feet of reinforced concrete. Not surprisingly, there weren't many fortifications that could resist it. This ring of smaller holes around the muzzle is to allow the escape of gases from the first charge. Clearly, they cannot be vented back into the crew compartment, and the pressure was too great for them to be contained in the gun, so they were turned through 180 degrees and vented forwards. This, plus the large flash from the secondary propellant, made it easy to spot the location of a SturmTiger when it fired, so it was unadvisable to stick around too long afterwards. The sheer size of the ammunition meant only 14 rounds could be carried, maximum. And even this was only possible if there was a round in the breech and another on the loading tray. So more often than not, the vehicle went into action with only 13 rounds. Getting the rounds into the tank was a job and a half for all 4 crew members and a crane mounted on the rear deck.
Keep on going, Tracy.
As was also becoming common practice in designer tank hunters, the new superstructure was a casemate style, with a sloping glacis plate. The frontal armour was 150mm, compared to 100mm on the standard Tiger. Elsewhere on the hull, it varied between 60 and 100mm, so it was a pretty tough nut. As far as the chassis was concerned, it is pure late model Tiger 1, with the overlapping metal wheels and other modifications. Overall dimensions are about the same as the Tiger 1, except the SturmTiger is slightly lower and shorter. The engine was also the same, a Maybach HL230. Access was straightforward, 2 hatches on the top and 1 on the rear of the superstructure. The long rectangular hatch above the loader and the gun was for loading the ammunition.
Just keep on, please.
Here inside, the crew of 4 basically had similar positions to those in the tank. The driver was at the front on the left, but higher up than that in the tank. This necessitated the mounting of the gun in an offset position to the right. The gunner sat to the left of the gun, with the commander at the back. The loader was to the right. For close-in defence against infantry, there was a standard MG34 mounted at the front, operated.
Yeah, just keep doing that for a bit, Tracy.
In his spare time. Look at the amount of room inside the fighting compartment. However, taking into consideration those massive projectiles that we saw outside would also be stowed left and right in here in these cradles. Just to my left shoulder we can see the elevation handwheel, and just to the right of that, of course, is the breech of this humongous gun. Also, an interesting thing to know, if you look underneath the breech, you can see something which you don't see very often, the torsion bar suspension.
Hey, Cortana, stop recording. Thanks.